Welcome to BENSBOSS, a podcast for business owners and creatives who want to make their money work and set a new standard for entrepreneurship. With your hosts and twin sisters, Caitlin and Samantha.
Okay, back with another episode. Woohoo! I think number 5. We're not really sure. We stopped counting. Don't need to introduce ourselves because our cool new intro already did it. Period. Would you like to lead us into this episode? What are we talking about today?
We are going to talk about a lot.
A lot.
Let's
get started, shall we?
But we're going to talk a lot about kind of what's going on in the world right now. Maybe not so much the world, but in the United States and how it relates
of America
to being an entrepreneur or a creative entrepreneur or a business owner or a potential business owner. Basically, we are going to be talking about how a recession can impact your business or starting a business and so on and so forth.
Now, I know the answer to this question is different based on who you ask. But do you think we are currently in a recession right now, at this very second?
I don't. We might be at the beginning stages of a recession. I don't think we've fully hit a recession. Anybody that didn't believe that the economy was shifting realized recently that the economy is shifting. Obviously, we're dealing with inflation. The Fed just spiked up the interest rates to a historic jump. So, I mean, the stock market is down, but that's not to say that this isn't something that's happened before. It has, but this is,
right.
If you look at history, we can potentially be seeing the beginning signs of a recession.
Yeah, and I was going to say, too, because before COVID happened, for quite a few years, a lot of people are like, oh, we're about to hit a recession. Oh, we're about to hit a recession. Like, people have been talking about it. But I feel like now that COVID hit, more people are like, oh, wait, right? Or do you think a lot of people were just talking about it because they were paranoid, but now it's actually like a legit thing?
I don't know. Everybody's always going to have an opinion about something. I think that there's always going to be conspiracists out there. I'm not an expert. I don't necessarily know what's spiked all these changes, but I think a lot of it has to do with the economy trying to survive the COVID and the pandemic and overexerting their resources and then trying to reel it back in very, very quickly. We were bound to end up in a situation like this. It was either during the pandemic that we were going to have these types of things or after. I think I don't know. I'm no expert, but
and people are out right now like just spending money.
Yeah.
People are out spending money. Like, we all got it like that because we've all been cooped up.
It's crazy to be talking about COVID pretty much, 2 years after COVID was a thing. Mm-hmm. But I think that while part of the country really, really suffered, and I feel really sad for anybody that lost their job, lost their business, COVID really did.
Lost a parent or friend or something.
Lost family members. There's so much damage that the coronavirus really did have an impact on people, but at the same time, there were so many people that benefited from the virus. So many businesses, so many companies. If in terms of business, if people could figure out how to pivot during that time, they did really well. It's 50-50. A lot of people suffered in many different ways from it, but a lot of people came out on the other side doing pretty okay.
Yeah. Let's talk about that first before we talk about new businesses. Let's talk about people who are already in business during a recession. How do they prepare?
I don't know. I feel like that's a great question. As of right now, if you're starting to see signs of your business being affected by the recession, I would start looking at your books, tightening up and figuring out, hanging on to the business that you do have and just kind of reevaluating how you can adjust.
Yeah, and be flexible.
Yeah.
I don't think you should right away be
Panicked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or like a pessimistic about it. Don't do anything rational or irrational. Don't stop marketing. Mm-hmm. And I think that's important. I think you have to see where you can maybe tighten up a few things and where you can actually spend the money. And I really think marketing is like a huge, you got to do marketing if you want to be successful.
But good marketing, because
But you can do different types of marketing. Like if you own a restaurant, reach out to influencers and have them come in, give them a free sandwich and like ask them to do like a really cool reel. Yeah. That's marketing right there. And you're not spending thousands of dollars. Just like
you're paying for a meal.
You're paying for a meal.
Yeah.
So you just have to be smart and look for new creative ways. Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So what about investing in your business? Meaning your clients, your current clients. I think that's also very important because somebody we both know.
Go ahead. You go, and then I've got something. If I don't forget it.
Okay. Don't forget it. Say it 7 times in your head.
That's too much.
Oh. Somebody we know did was hit in the beginning of COVID financially, but ended up doing very well because of this. Like, this person texts every single contact in their phone book at midnight on their birthday.
Yeah.
And those clients remember that. Like, you were the first person who texted me on my birthday. Like, thank you. Like, I'm going to come and see you tonight.
Wow, I have so many things to say right now.
Oh, wow. We're just spitballing and it's going to keep really rolling and rolling. Okay, cool. But yeah, I just think that's important. Don't forget about... Don't panic.
Personal relationships.
Yeah, don't panic and be like, oh my gosh, how am I going to get new customers? Like, no one's spending money right now. No, think back to your current clients. Some people who might have never even purchased your product. Yeah. You never know. Just be like, hey, thank you for being supportive of my business. You liked my post that one time. I really appreciate that. And then they might buy something.
Yeah, I mean, like, if you think about it in one aspect, like, to me, I think that being personable and being genuine is like so important no matter what you do.
Yes.
No matter what you do. To me, always being a good person and always being a genuine person is like one of my biggest things.
Yes.
And people recognize that.
Yeah.
And that's why they come back. Like, good, I don't know if hospitality is a good word to use.
That's a perfect
in business.
Yeah.
But like taking care of your clients is such a big deal.
Be hospitable.
Yeah, and not only that, but that person can, because of what you said or did for them, will then go and tell who knows how many other people, and that's more business right there.
And now you have word of mouth marketing.
Skirt. So the moral of the story is just be a nice fucking person.
Yeah.
It's the little things that count.
Like you said, people can tell when you're being genuine.
Yeah.
And they can tell when you're not being genuine. Like, I would not buy shit from Amber Heard. Would you?
Oh, gosh.
No. Because she...
My dog got stung by a bee.
Did you see the one where she's like, she did the interview afterwards and the lady was like, do you still love Johnny? She's like, of course. Of course, I still love him.
I don't know. Side note, I don't think it's nice to make fun of people. Like, you don't know what's going on in her personal life, but...
I'm not making fun of her, but I would not buy anything from her.
No, yeah.
But anyways, what were you going to say? Was that it?
Yeah, I already said it.
What else? You said you had a lot.
I said both of them.
Already?
It wasn't that much, I think so.
Oh. In my opinion, just a few things. If you're already a business and we start to hit a recession or you feel see the effects of it, be positive, don't give up. What about the people who are either wanting to start or have just started? When we're in a recession or a pandemic, there's so many new problems we're faced with. A lot of businesses come out of those problems. So a lot of new businesses happened from the pandemic that thrived.
Oh yeah, 1,000%. I don't know, just be creative, solve a problem. Like, what problems are there that need to be solved?
What have I been complaining about? How can I solve this problem? Oh, there's nothing for it yet? Then why don't I create that thing? Whew! And there's going to be less competition because a lot of people are going to be afraid to go for it during that time, or a lot of people are going to be taking a step back.
Possibly.
Yeah.
I feel like there's always people willing to invest.
Oh, yeah.
There's always people.
That's the one thing. There is like, I know there's all this like, oh, we're in debt and everyone's in debt and debt. But there are people out there with money. It exists.
Yeah.
You just have to go find it.
Is it going to be easy?
Nope.
No. But how bad do you want something?
Right. If you start a business right before, whatever, it also makes for a really good brand story. And a lot of people buy products just based on the brand story.
Yeah.
You know?
Or I feel like, I don't know, maybe you go into it with a better sense of, like, a tight ship or security. I don't know. Because you go into the recession knowing that you're starting a business or something new.
What do you mean? That you're not just, like, throwing money at everything?
Yeah, maybe you're, like, less careless.
Budgeting more and stuff?
Yeah. I think that no matter what, opportunity's always there. It's just, it might not be as easy, I guess, depending on what it is you're trying to do.
It might force you to plan more too. And I think I've learned that you need to plan for your business.
Yeah.
Not for your life, because what's it saying? God laughs when you plan.
Something.
But for your business, you absolutely need to plan. You can't just wing it. Well, you can, but only for so long. Like, you need to have.
I also think that a lot of people want to, like, they want to do something, or they want to start a business, or they want to do this or do that, but, like, when they're asked why, they don't have an answer.
Yeah.
Like, what is your why?
You should have a why.
You have to have a why.
Even if
what
it's
is your purpose?
Right, even if it's vague. Like, have a why.
I mean, that why doesn't have to be concrete. It can change.
I mean, there's two things. One, if you don't have a why, you're not really going to have as much motivation to get done what needs to be done. And two, if you don't have a why, people are going to be like, then why am I going to buy your product or service?
Absolutely.
For what? Just so you can have, like, a few bucks? No.
Yeah, you got to have a why. You got to have a
point,
strong
Kate.
purpose.
What's your why? Oh, put you on the spot.
I don't know.
I know what my why is.
But what? Why for what?
Well, I have a few whys. Some of them are specific to the different businesses and things I do, but my main general vague why, when I'm with the people I love and my family, and we're like out to dinner and we're just like chilling, we don't care what the bill is, we're all laughing, having a good time.
Yeah.
That's my why. That freedom of just like being with your people and doing cool shit.
Like worry-free financial independence?
Yeah, like I want to experience new things. I don't want to worry about how I'm going to pay for it or taking off time from work. You know what I mean? That's my why.
I just want to do things that I enjoy with people that I enjoy doing things with.
Yeah.
I want to share with the world that anything is possible. And I mean, yeah, financial independence. But I think that is a very interesting conversation all on its own that we can have another time. But I think that our desire for financial independence stems from what we went through growing up.
Yeah, I think that's going to be like a whole episode of its own.
Yeah.
When we're ready for that.
Yeah.
This is also kind of going off topic, but not really, because
We're far off topic at this point.
It's still kind of related to your why, but not really. I just want your opinion on it, because a lot of people say their why is their children or their future children's lives.
Yeah.
So there's two different outlooks. Elon Musk has one, and his is like, my kids don't owe me anything. I owe them everything because I brought them into this world.
Yeah.
And then there's another from Shaq who doesn't give their kids shit, and they have to work for everything.
Yeah. I see.
Are you on one side, or are you like in the middle? Oh shit, in the middle.
I think I see both aspects of it. For many different reasons. I understand, like, it pisses me off when kids go through so much and their parents just are fucking shitty people.
Yeah.
Because it's not, no person asks to be born. No person asks to be born to those people. Like, that it was your choice to have a child. You fucking make right of that choice. no kid deserves to suffer because of your fucking lack of being a human being. Clearly, I feel strongly about that. So I understand that aspect of things.
Yeah.
But I also don't ever want to have, nothing was ever handed to me. I had to work for everything. We've been
Right.
on our own since we were kids, basically. We've had to work for everything that we've ever had. But we're so humble and so appreciative of everything and so grateful for everything because of that. I don't ever want to enable my child to feel ungrateful or that they are just owed the world, because in life you're not owed shit. Nobody
if kids are
owes you
handed
anything.
everything, they're not going to survive in the real world. I don't believe that. I believe we survived because we had to figure it out.
You think that the world owes you, when in fact nobody owes you anything. Like, you have to go out and basically take, not literally take what you want, but you have to take what you want in life. Like, if you want it, go figure out how to get it. Nobody's gonna fucking hand you anything.
Right.
So
cool.
That's how I feel.
Back on topic. Recession. Recessions. One more tip that I read and I like is, if you're starting during a recession, don't plan like short term, plan long term. Like, plan to be around and be successful even after it ends and everyone's doing well again. Like, have something, adjust if you need to. And it's okay to adjust your business. I think I'm doing that right now.
Yeah.
With On the Daily. I'm not even calling it On the Daily anymore. I'm rebranding it.
Let's take somebody, and this is going to be a very controversial person.
Oh,
I'm
gosh.
sure.
Okay.
Not really, but I feel like there's always two sides. Kim Kardashian.
Kim Kardashian, yes.
She had her makeup line, KKW Beauty or whatever, and said that she was
rebranding for like completely vegan and stuff or something. I don't know.
Yeah, shutting it down, like shut down the site, took it off social media, like pretty much everything, and then started Skin, which is her skincare line. Yeah. So she pivoted and basically went from doing the makeup to shutting it down, switching to skincare. And on top of that, when she was starting her Skims line, same thing. Her original name was like Kimono or something like that, and got a ton of backlash from it and had to completely rebrand and everything. Like, there was nothing wrong with it.
It doesn't matter if you're at the beginning, middle, or like
far into it.
Yeah. You can change it whenever you want. That's the great part. Everyone's case is going to be different. Yeah. Because remember when IHOP tried to be like IHOB or something? International House of Burgers, and it didn't work. It got some attention. Maybe it was just like an attention thing.
Was that like a real thing or not?
I don't know. I think it was going to be a real thing if it stuck. And because it didn't stick, maybe they were like, we were just kidding. Yeah. Because it did not stick. But then they'd have to go to every restaurant and change the letter on it.
They would have to completely rechange branding. I think it was like a stunt type of thing.
Probably.
How are you going to change from IHOP to IHOP? And a side note, they had some pretty good pancakes. Yeah. Like, you take their regular pancakes, and you get the caramel syrup. Okay. And you put the caramel syrup on the pancakes. No syrup, caramel syrup.
Okay. That's it?
Yeah.
Banger.
Life-changing pancakes.
Let's go. I also have one more thing to say. And then I don't really think I have anything else to say. But I just wanted to touch on your Kim Kardashian thing. Did you notice how... It's just funny how the Kardashians work. Like, you think they'd be so branded when you order one of their things. Because they're all about branding. But it just comes in a regular package. Maybe. Like, for us, when we do BENSBOSS, we're going to do, like, the mailers for BENSBOSS. We'll probably do, like, BENSBOSS tape or something. Like, we'll add, like, inserts and stuff. Like, cool shit for branding. The Kardashians do none of that. They save all their money. They are their brand. They don't have to do any of that. They don't have to. They just put it in a plain mailer and send it to your house. No cool boxes or anything. So it's kind of interesting.
Unless they do their PR thing, because that's a whole nother setup.
I can't wait for our PR boxes. If you want a PR box, hit us up. Again, back to Recession. Anything else you want to?
Good luck. Oh, that's all I got.
Okay. Good luck to ya.